Alright guys, welcome back to another edition of the ups and downs for the new unit that's coming out. This week it is Varush or Valush, I can never remember his name. I'm pretty sure it's Varush, but let's get started. I have it broken down to about 4 or 5 categories. We've got unit, account, banner, event, and gear. So that's 5 categories. So we'll talk about some of the ups and some of the downs, and let's see where we start. So first off, we'll start on the up page. Why not? He is not a limited unit. And contrary to what I said in the last video, non-limited unit is a pro. That is not a con. So keep that in mind. So from now on, those limited units, they're going to be a con because, well, they're limited. His kit is very interesting. He can do a lot of things. He's got like the whole magic samurai thing, then he's got the Kodadama, and then he's got the white mage, and that gives him access to full life. That is getting it up. He's also very durable against magic attackers. He's like a magic attacker bruiser, as weird as that is. So that's what I have for a unit. Let's talk about some of the cons to this unit. He has very low starting AP. And for a magic unit, I guess you'd consider him a magic unit, only having, I think it was like 95 or 98 starting AP or something like that, that's bad. So that means he has to have bells, which normally you'd want on one of your other physical attackers in your party to keep them going. The Wind VC support is somewhat lacking for magic users. They have a little bit, but they don't have much that's like specialized towards them compared to some of the other elements that we're seeing. A lot of his skills need to crit to hit their procs for some of the bonuses on the skills, and his crit is not very high, so that means you have to build him up a little more crit on his kit, but considering that you're already going to be using his sword and probably bells, that only gives you one slot to do it, so it makes him a little bit more difficult to work with. And we were talking about how he was like a magic attacker bruiser. He loses easily to physical attackers. They will get the better of him, no problem. So let's talk about account now. He adds great synergy to wind compositions. The way wind was kind of set up, they always had like pairs of units, and he really ties them all together. As it was like 2B Tifa or Gargus and Halloween Leela, and he's kind of filling the role to tie those together. So that's really amazing for Wind. For him, his espers that he needs are, we pretty much have them. Like, they're all out. They've been out for a long time, so odds are you have some of them leveled up, if not all of them leveled up. So that makes him a lot easier for resonance farming. Let's talk about the cons. One of his best VCs, the Mobius card. We might never see that card ever again. It was limited probably about a year ago now, and has not seen any kind of a rerun, but it is probably one of his best ones. Future support is very lacking. Looking down the line, there's Joom, and that's it based on what we know. Like, Christmas units could change that, or man, I don't even know what else could change that, because the Warrior of the Crystals was Joom, so we know that they're not getting another one there. His best companions that he usually is in a party with are either limited or they are, as for mentioned, Joom, who is a cost 100 unit. So like I said earlier, 2B, Tifa, Halloween Leela, although we'll get another crack at her pretty quick, but they're all limited, so not the easiest to build a composition around him. This can be said for almost any non-limited unit now. It's bad timing. That 2-month stretch we had, the summer and 7 and Tomb Raider, and now we know we're probably kicking into Halloween next week, and then Oberon is on the horizon, and another non-limited unit, but he's far superior to Varush here. Yeah, the timing, sometimes they're just not good. Let's go into the banner now. The banner does have a pity, so that is really nice. And you don't have to pull a VC for him on this banner, so that's getting another plus. Some of the cons to the banner, the only one I can think of is that he didn't have one of those easy to pull summons like Luel had. So that's kind of a weak con, but that honestly was the only thing I could think of. The banner's not terrible. The event going on, well, that's where you farm his weapons, so it's easy to do and it's easy to clear. Like the most difficult quest that they had with all wind units, I took 2 120s and 3 99s and I autoed it and I got all the missions done first try, so pretty easy. But the con to the event is that's the only thing going on, is you're literally just farming this magic katana that you're only going to be putting on this unit. Let's move over to the final point, which is gear. His TMR is really good, and it's also another means that we can faith farm units. Now, it is limited to who it can be equipped on. It's pretty much only units that can wear like swords, katanas, you know, a physical attacker that could faith farm. So kind of a limited selection of who you'd want to use it on, but it does give us another means of access to do that. The gear, well, that one weapon I mentioned in the event is the only weapon that's really good for him right now. There's nothing else for him. So that was all I could come up with. So should you pull for him? Yes, you should pull for him if you have a wind-based account. If not, you should hold off and you should wait and just hope you passively pull him, or use one of these select tickets that we sometimes get that are updated, or sometimes these select banners that we're just seeing right now. That would be a good means to look at him down the line, but right now he is not worth chasing. Save your viz, we got a lot of limited stuff coming up. So that's it. If you guys like this stuff and some of the other series I'm doing, hit like, hit subscribe, let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.